Can't even live without it. Even if you listen to Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy.
Yeah, ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready! I say the one for the trouble. I say the one. Alright, y'all. Everybody paying attention? I think we went over some of these things. Electrical, magnetic. Some of these things are already said. Now this is where we're going to have the women in the audience go, ooh. Check it out. Men gives love to get sex. Women give sex to get love. Do we have an issue with that? Can everybody raise their hand who disagree with me? Damn! Unless y'all just shy. I know y'all ain't shy. Everybody agree? Wow! You know what? It is different in Canada. Because I'm going to go back to St. Louis and I'm going to ask about 500 women in the audience, and next time y'all see me, I may have some bandages and walking on crutches. Damn, I'm going to move to Canada. Damn. All right. Cool. Great. So we understand the science of EFT. So let me just give you the points and the different spots to tap on. The first spot is the karate chop. Do that 3 times with your setup phrase or whatever problem you got. Repeat the problem. Don't use the whole phrase. Just repeat the problem. Y'all see that? First is karate chop, raw chakra, or whatever. This point, side of the eye, under the eye, under the nose, under the chin.
Good.
Knocking on my shoulder blade, or this little soft spot. You know about this? Oh, look at you. Got somebody, oh, I'm cool, I feel good, man. I got somebody with me. All right? Under the arm. Hold on. Come up here. No, come on now. No. It makes it more interesting. Come on, we get a female up here. Come on up here. Let's ask you a question. You are the next contestant on Hitchmanati. All right. Have you ever did it?
Yeah.
How'd you feel?
It's very helpful. It helped me to release myself from a lot of emotional issues.
Say that one more time.
It has assisted me in releasing myself from a lot of emotional
Will
issues.
this make your relationship better?
If I had one, yes.
I'm gonna take you home. I'll just jump in. You sit down. I gotta make it funny. Shit. I feel good. I've been driving all night. You know, it's crazy. Because we about to talk about getting to some more deeper things. But it's crazy, man, because I try to study the science of hallucinogenics. I'm not saying that I did acid. No. But I did do some mushrooms. A few times. Very spiritual. I've been in Native American retreats with the peyote, the mushrooms, and the weed. And it is a very, very, very spiritual experience if you want to have one. So, I have studied hallucinogenics. One of the things I understand about hallucinogenics is this. They work better in the dark. So I was driving down the highway last night. trying to get to y'all niggas. Because I love y'all so much, right? Getting sleepy. Rhonda on the other side in the passenger seat, sleep. I'm driving in Toronto or Ontario somewhere. What took me 15 minutes felt like an hour. So I'm like, oh. He said it's gonna take me like 3 hours to get into Toronto. Oh my goodness. So I'm driving. About 45 minutes go by. An ambulance drove past me on the highway. And you see the red lights. So as he curved around the corner, he was speeding, going very fast. I saw something. What I saw was those little red lights that was flashing looked like a man that was actually walking across the highway with red lights flashing on him. Like this. Then I said, I gotta pull over. That's the signs of hallucinogenics. When you get sleepy and you start seeing things, that's the signs of hallucinogenics. When you get sleepy, what happens? And your melatonin kicks in. No matter if it's even daytime. But the nighty works of darkness of melatonin kicks in. What makes it happen is this. I also saw a bridge. When I was getting ready, I was about probably 60, 70 feet from the bridge, and I saw these little things coming up off the top of it. And I was like, damn, is that really real? Then I got close to the bridge. It wasn't there. I said, damn. Now, I didn't smoke no weed on the way up here, because I know better. You can't cross into this area smoking weed. You can't have no weed. All y'all niggas that want to come to Canada, don't bring no weed with you. They will search your car and find some shit, and if you have shit creek, then you be known as a terrorist because you bring in drugs into the country. Because you had a joint in the ashtray. So I'm saying I didn't smoke no weed on the way up here. I smoked on the day before though. It was good. So I don't know if that had any effect. But maybe it did. But one of the things I want to show you is that you can actually go into a hallucinogenic stage smoking marijuana. So, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man, we got some amens in this motherfucker. That's what's up. Right on, brother. Let me show you some stuff here.
Blood right now.
If I can find it. You actually can't actually go into this particular spiritual thing. Let me find that picture. Yes,
especially if you use it like tobacco, a little bit of natural
tobacco. A little natural tobacco will help a lot.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, a lot of things that we got hang-ups on, like alcohol, tobacco. Matter of fact, alcohol. I got a bottle of. Damn, I'm glad I remember that. Where is my drink? Rhonda took it. Anyway, I find it. I got some fire water, and I did want to do some libations, but I kind of got started. You know, we do it. You know, we're gonna do it. But anyway, hallucinogenics. It happens. One time, now some things you can use for spiritual purpose or you just want to enjoy yourself. Now I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and say that every time I smoke weed is because I'm trying to do something spiritual. Sometimes I just want to get high. It feels real good. Can you all see that? Can y'all see that? He got a good shot on that KTS.
Got it.
Cannabis sativa. Y'all remember that old Dr. Dre album?
Yeah.
That dude that came on the album, Cannabis Sativa. As do many of his fellow practitioners, the wandering ascetic Naga Bada Hari Giri smokes cannabis several times a day, thus opening up his mind more fully to dive to divine guidance and inspiration from God Shiva. And when he said God Shiva, that means the pineal gland. Shiva is the pineal gland. So in order to open up his pineal gland, and this is a guru in India, and I'm sure with all of their traditional practices and their disciplines, I'm sure he just didn't smoke weed to get high. Maybe he did, but he smokes it several times a day to get in contact with the god Shiva. I've said it before on some of my tapes, that it's a 700%. Go ahead, brother.
I was going to say, I heard Joe Pookum say that it almost, if it's pure THC, it almost automatically raises your energy to your heart chakra. And that's why you feel that happy, nothing can bother you type of vibe.
The heart chakra, right. True indeed. So, it gets the melanin and the melatonin in the body going, and probably like, I think don't give me the line, but anywhere from 300 to 700%. I can't remember the numbers now. But if you get the book Melatonin, your body's own wonder drug, it has a whole list of all the things that melatonin, all the foods, drugs, or whatever that you use, and the percentage of melatonin that helps secrete the melanin in your body. It has all those percentages in there. But it's a very high percent. Matter of fact, it was the highest percent. It does produce more melatonin than anything in the book. The other thing is turkey. You want to go to sleep and you can't. If you're a meat eater, eat some turkey. Eat a slice of turkey and you'll sleep well. Tryptophan kicks in, melatonin. So, hallucinogenics. We was talking about hallucinogenics. Now, this is called a DMT flashback. DMT is a chemical, or they call a spirit molecule that's in the melanin. And I got some information about this guy who had took this DMT, because now they sell this particular DMT. Now you can get it in mushrooms, but this is supposed to be the purest form you can get off the internet. But what he said, and this got something to do with the cycle of time we're living in too, to show you how spiritual this thing is. This guy here, right? He took this, let me give you the scientific word for DMT. Dimethyltryptophan. Is in your melanin if you know how to tap in. That's why I start off the lecture talking about the chakras. Because I want all of us to tap into our dimethyltryptophan. Some white boy made up this word. We don't know what we want to call it yet, so when we come up with a word, brother, sisters, y'all let me know, and I'll start using that. But it's called, the short phrase for it is called DMT. And what he said is, I've only just stumbled across these 2012 theories, and I noticed you mentioned the hallucinogenic brand Ayahuasca, with the active ingredient dimethyltryptophan. Now this is the parts that scared me, because I have taken 5 neo-DMT, he took this dosage of DMT, several times, and this other DMT they sell, countless times. But I've been having reoccurring hallucinations which take me back through to being an unborn fetus. I mean, this thing can take you back into time. If you keep fucking with it, you'll end up in the nothingness. Again, what seems to be the Big Bang. Oh, he did say that. He did say that. Okay, he went back into the explosion and the creation of the cosmic sperm and the cosmic ovaries. Y'all listening? This is big shit because I'm about to go somewhere with this. The wave of energy given off the explosion of matter shoots me in the opposite direction in time to a point on the year 2012. You remember the song by the Tom Tom Club? Y'all remember that shit? That shit hot, ain't it? Still hot today. I bet you can't play Young Jeezy next year. And be like, that shit is hot. But what he's just saying is this. What he's experienced has always been a plan from day zero. This man just said, in his experience of dealing with DMT, which goes into the deeper spiritual sciences of melanin, that he saw the beginning and the end. From the Big Bang, in the beginning, the cosmic nut bust. That's what it is. All the way to the end of what we consider a time cycle or yuga. The Vedics or the Hindus call it the yuga, meaning a time frame, the Mayans and Aztecs and even the Olmecs talks about this end of this time called this 2012. There is no beginning, there is no end, because this shit already happened. Anytime you can see something in the future, that means it already happened. That means this shit really don't exist. So reality, what we call hallucinogenics, is not really hallucinogenics. Now what we are in this room right now experiencing is hallucinogenics. We're the one that's hallucinating because we think this shit is real. Yeah, we're gonna go somewhere else today. Check this out. Right here we got, I'm sure, have y'all ever seen this before? Y'all seen this type of picture right here? Have y'all ever seen that? I'm gonna do the St. Louis grammar. Y'all seen this right here? Have y'all ever seen this right here? Well, it's an ancient picture. I've seen it before. You ever seen this one right here? That's basically, they're showing Jesus inside of what is known as the vesica Pisces. In other words, a vagina. But let me show you something. Now you see over here, this woman and this little baby. Can you see that good? We're going to show the white double rendition. You see it? Okay. You remember I told you in the beginning about this cosmic energy, the dark matter and dark antimatter and different sparks, and you always see the woman with the baby. You see Isis with Heru. You see Mary with Jesus. They have so many renditions and copies of Assets and Herus through Catholicism, Russian Catholicism, all kind of stuff, and it's all ancient myth that explains something about the cosmic ocean and your creation and your hallucinations right now. In reality, being that this is probably a later model, right? That's really supposed to be a woman. I broke this thing down. Jesus is really Isis. Mary Magdalene, there's a book out, I got it right here, called, that's where I got that picture from. Mary, Mary, Mary. Why is she so important? Called Mary Magdalene, the woman who enlightened Christ, the illuminator. Now you're gonna say, damn, wait a minute. Now y'all know damn well I ain't getting up here talking about nobody enlightening no man, because the shit I'm talking about is metaphysics. How to enlighten Christ? Do a lot of alchemical work, chakra work. Smoking some herb if you do that. But one of the highest ways to enlighten the Christ, which is called in reality the divine soma, is to have a lot of sex. I knew somebody was saying, oh. Can we get an amen in this mother? Hispanade! There the girl. All right. Rhonda back there. Anyway, to have a lot of sex. Go ahead, brother. Yes, sir.
That's the equivalent of what I think I was talking about earlier too, which you were saying.
Yes, sir.
Is women with high sexual drives and how their cultural powers will grow from there.
Yes, sir. True indeed, God. Ashe. Ashe. Everybody clap. That's how your ass got here. Don't act like it's foreign, because we all love it. And anybody don't love it, raise your hand. If you're sure. So, being that it's a vesica Pisces, right? The vesica represents the holy vagina. You got a woman inside of it. You got this Jesus, which is Isis. If you break the word Jesus down, it really spells Isis. That's your savior, if you believe that. If you believe in Jesus, you believe that Isis is your savior. Aset, the great mother. But why is Mary Magdalene the illuminator? Because Mary Magdalene was called the whore. Now, there is two different versions of what a whore could be. Well, in the ghetto, it could be 50,000 things. Because one nigga said, I threw that hoe down and I won all that money. And I was like, you threw that hoe down and won? What is that? He was shooting dice. He threw the dice down. So he called it a hoe. But there are different codes of sexuality in our ancient past that now all these white people have all these lodges and they go and do it all the time. The government of the United States does it. Probably the government officials in Canada does it. The people in Europe that's over the government. The people that's in Saudi Arabia that's over the government. On a Schwarzenegger. Condoleezza Rice. All of these people who are part of this group of people called the Illuminati know something that most of us don't know. How to take sexual energy and lock you down in a paradigm that gives you hell while they live so rich. Mr. Farrakhan had a song called "The White Man's Heaven is a Black Man's Hell." Yeah. Is there such thing as heaven? And if I die, there ain't no women up there, I'm going to hell. Seriously. We got to build this thing, the sexual energy up. Now, some of y'all are religious, and some of us conscious, my term, conscious Christians. Because we get conscious, and we still hold on to religious dogmas. I'm about to say it. Don't nobody run out the room. Orgies. You want power? You want to win? You want your shit back? You want to end this bullshit? Fuck a lot. With a purpose.
Thank you. I shake you. I shake you.
Now, close the doors because I'm about to say something we don't want the children to hear today. Please. Pretty please. As my mama would say. With apples on top. Eat a lot of pussy. No, this is no bullshit what I'm talking to you about. This is no joke. I'm not a comedian. I'm making you laugh because I want to get into your heart chakra so you can understand where I'm coming from.
I see off for this one.
This is science. Babies are made from this stuff. You can't get no more scientific than that. Suck a lot of dick. I got invited up here. I'm sorry if you never heard of me and never seen my lectures before, but this is how I get the fuck down. Raw and uncut. I started off kind of smooth and shit, right? And fucked y'all ass up with that. But this is the truth, for real. You start building this energy, and you're going to create this thing called the divine soma. The divine soma is probably equivalent to this thing called DMT. When you have two spiritual people, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6 spiritual people doing spiritual work, opening up the chakras, and doing all these kind of things, and having sex, the fluids of sweat, the fluids out of the penis, out of the vagina, out of the ears, out of the mouth, changes. When you build this energy up, let me tell you what happens. If you eat the divine soma, the vagina, and let me be politically correct like y'all niggas ain't never said this word, I'm gonna say penis. You're going to eat the divine soma and you will see exactly what this guy saw when he started taking DMT. Every now and again, I have to really explain myself real deep because I end up saying some stuff that may offend people. But I want to explain this one more time. The sexual energy, what's up, brother?
Talk about the divine soma.
Yes, sir.
Please correct me if I'm wrong. Soma is the fluid of the gods in the Vedic, right?
That's right, brother.
That's why I read
Sometimes they call it a flower because what it allegorically, and this is true, they have a flower that is a soma plant. And you eat this flower to experience very spiritual things on a hallucinogenic level. But the original divine soma is from the black woman and the black man.
And what you're saying is, man, what I studied, man, they were saying that the God will eat this soma, and the only place that the soma will come from would be from a woman's legs. It was a fluid from between their legs. That's what they were saying and what I studied.
That is correct. That's true indeed.
That's in Hindu. Y'all go research that.
The Vedic tradition. And this in Egypt too because they found some of that shit in Rome that they've been hiding in the Vatican under the church.
We don't come against the though. What was that?
Say it one more time, no.
I just lost all of that.
What he was saying was that he was talking about when he studied this divine soma comes between a woman's legs.
The God used to drink it.
They used to drink it.
It was like ambrosia.
It's also called the elixir of life. We're talking about unks and stuff. Yes, sir, brother.
No, I was just going to say, in China, when the woman is giving birth, they drink afterbirth.
That's very powerful.
A woman's vaginal secretion is actually loaded with melanin.
That's right again. That's true. So is a man's penis. Now, if you don't do these things that I talked about, don't worry. Somebody will do it for you. Okay, here we go. Buddhism. And this is a Buddhist. His name is Bodhidharma. He lived from the 470 to 543 the Common Era. He's one of the first patriarchs of the Chinese and Buddhism tradition and usually excited condition of Japanese silk scroll. Okay, some of the Japanese silk scroll. Now this is a Buddhist, and most people, when you think about Buddhists, you probably think about, this is a nice little light, fluffy religion. They just believe in karma, do you good, you do me good, do some chants, go to the Buddhist temple, give charity, things of that nature. But this was odd occasion. Now right here, what this is showing is this Buddhist with his penis up, erect. Well, I think Buddhism is a very spiritual religion. Pretty damn tight spiritually. They got some good principles in there for society. If you want to live your life in a peaceful society, Buddhism might be one of the ways, or take some of those principles and live by them. But as you can see, he has an erect penis. But let's show what you see. What the top of his head. He's balding right there, but in reality he's not really balding. He has a sun behind him, right? Showing that he's enlightened because he's on hard. This is the Buddhist. I have to say these type of things because when I leave here, I want to be able to come back. So I want to have to explain it in detail to understand the spiritual significance of what I'm talking about and not just being vulgar. This is real shit. Here is an Egyptian hieroglyph. One of the hieroglyphs of Atum. And here is the Mayan hieroglyph. Same hieroglyph. Same hieroglyph. Man, what did I do with that fast? Okay. Same hieroglyph. Same thing?
Yep.
The Greeks. You say, oh, he finna talk about the Greek fags. No. The Greeks used to talk about the land of milk and honey. The Bible talks about manna. It's in the Bible. You look at the heathenistic DVD back there on the table, you can get that. I'll talk about this manna that comes from between the woman's legs. It's a scripture in the Bible that talks about it also. The Greeks used to talk about the land of milk and honey. I quote Dr. Ben. Let's give it up for Dr. Ben. Because a lot of us, even in the metaphysical community, in the occult communities or whatever, we didn't learn some of that Egyptian history and stuff, we probably wouldn't even got deep into the metaphysics. So we got to give it up to Dr. Ben, who has done a wonderful job in his work. And I tip my hat off to him. I understand that Dr. Ben is sick and needs some healing also. So one of y'all out there that know him personally, can y'all go and heal him if he want to be here. Sometimes people just want to go. But he did a wonderful work for us, and we need to give him honor. Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clark, rest in peace. Peace be upon him. Wonderful work. We got to give it up to these people because I'm going to tell y'all something. This shit is hard, man. I know what I'm going to say to y'all when I'm coming here. I already have something in mind. Prime called me up, come up, do a lecture. I already know what I want to say. But it ain't what I want to say. It's like, sometimes you got to figure out how to present things because of all of our different views and how we see things. The land of milk and honey, Dr. Ben, and I quote him, heaven is in between the black woman's legs. This is Dr. Ben. Not a metaphysician, by the way, just a historian, a very good historian. We, the black Jews, you know, Black Man of the Nile, a gang of essays, a bunch of lectures, bunch of trips to Egypt to show our people the history so we can feel good about ourselves. And some of us went further and did some spiritual work from that. And even if we didn't, we felt better than we felt when Dr. Ben came. Dr. Ben came and did a great work. So we're going to quote Dr. Ben, who is not a metaphysician, but he do know what the Buddhists know, what the Mayans know, what the ancient Egyptians know, what I know and what some of you know in this room, that heaven is in between the black woman's leg. Metaphysically speaking, the divine soma. The Mayans, the Aztecs, whatever, this hieroglyph represented the Milky Way galaxy. My fault. Boom, bam. Yes, sir. Can you see that? The Milky Way. You break down the word for the divine whore, Mary Magdalene. I told you about the sex codes. The breakdown of the word Mary Magdalene in gematria, which is a spiritual way of numerology and letters. You get the number 153. Guess what? You break down the words kingdom of heaven, gematria, 153. Mary Magdalene, the great whore, is 153. All Isis, the great whore. We don't want to partake in these rituals, or do we? I've showed this picture before in one of my lectures, but I'll show it to you. Sometimes you gotta prove shit over and over again. You gotta show them, right? That's right, black man? This is your ancient history. Black people, nagas, niggas, getting down. What's the science done? Somebody's in line. They used to call it in the hood, they pulled a train on them.
High sexual energy.
That's a lot of sexual energy. Let me explain to you what that is. That is called the Shakti power. What you call God is called the Kundalini goddess. You raise your, yes.
It is said in Hindu tradition that a woman receives all her Shakti when she gets to age 30. And in our everyday life, we know that at age 30, a woman kind of gets to her sexual peak and kind of goes nuts. I was just making a correlation.
Oh, true indeed. True indeed. I told you Jesus was Isis, right? Well, he went to his peak at 33. It's all Kundalini Shakti power. She is Isis. Isis is synonymous to Shakti, the Shakti power. With the Kundalini, the 33 years old of Jesus being hung on a cross. You see me with my skull on, right? Because this is called the Crown Chakra Conference today. So I got the purple skull on. Some people get scared and they see that, like that's devil worship. When you die, you're gonna have a skull, nigga. Everybody got a skull. Jesus died on Golgotha. Golgotha is called the place of the skull. Dying on the cross, meaning that at 33, when he hit his 33rd vertebrae, when those Kundalini snakes crossed, he died, but was reborn again. Yeah, we teach it in church all the time. Jesus rose from the dead. The serpents rose up in the wilderness. What they say? Even as the serpents raise up in the wilderness, so shall the Son of Man be. So, the Shakti power, the 33rd, the 33, the cross is all metaphysical. It's all the science. Now I'm breaking down shit on analytical level. I didn't really want to go there, but it's in me to do it. Just to get an understanding of what we're dealing with, because we got to understand the signs and the nature of who we are and what we need to do. So if you follow Jesus or ISIS, then you need to be doing Kundalini work. You need to be doing chakra work. You need to be healing yourself so you can do the work, so you can rise above. Reaching death. Bet y'all didn't expect this, huh? Polygamy. Here we go again. Polygamy, the Japanese scene, shows one male practicing what is often called a herd of cows. Who is that in Egypt? Who is the herd of cows in Egypt? Our black historians? Hathor, or the hat whore. The term inspired by the god Krishna, who was a former Shiva, the lingam phallus god. Famous erotic alliances with Radha and other gopis, meaning other women. I'm going to tell you a story about me. There's a book called Parallel Myths. And that's not really about me, but it's about me, and it's about you, and it's about you, and it's about you. They say when Rudra destroys the world, meaning destroy illusion, a Maya, he sucks up the secretions of all these different women to destroy the world, to destroy illusion, a Maya. He said, well, you showing all this Chinese shit. We African, nigga. Okay. Africans. They getting ready for their ceremony now. What's good? Sound look like some niggas to me. It's all a sacred dance. They getting ready to give some birth, have some babies, do some tantra, get down. In India, we call it the dance of Shiva. And it's in Africa too. Can we rise above Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, conscious black people, to start partaking in some of this science and spirituality that's going to take us to another level? Some of y'all may be afraid. I just taught you EFT. Tap on it. For real. We in a three-dimensional phrase, supposedly. You notice something this year that happened? Did you notice that the time for the spring equinox was earlier? It ain't been like that. Why? Because time is speeding up. There's just some notes I've been taking in my studies. The Earth frequency at first, last year, year before, whatever, was 7.8 hertz frequency harmonics. That's what the Earth was vibrating at. Now, the Earth harmonics is 11 hertz, 3.2 higher than it was. And this is one of the reasons why time is moving fast. So while I'm here today, I felt the most important thing I can tell you right now, why time is moving fast and we need to do some work, is get with this spiritual shit today. Time is moving fast. Let's stop judging each other, conscious black folk, on who is who and what is what. Everybody can agree with me that this shit makes sense. Who don't agree with me, raise your hand. Everybody in the room agree. We got about 40 people here, maybe 30, 40, I don't know. I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, go and study it yourself. The Golgotha, the place of the skulls. When you get to Golgotha, the place of the skulls, and you raise your energy to that level, you're going to become one with full hot energy, electromagnetic energy, polarized with everything in the universe. Might fuck around and transmutate. When that shit happens, this is what you call the rise of Kali and the destruction of Maya, the death goddess, which is truly life, who is the great mother, and there she is with her beautiful self, don't you agree? This is the black woman. This is our mythological way of explaining, destroying Maya, going to the spirit realm, embracing the primal energy which you are in the beginning to become the new God. You see her with her tongue hanging out. That represent primordial energy, that means oneness. In the Mayan calendar, I've said it on the Atlantis Rising DVD. On the Mayan calendar, it shows you a calendar with a man in the middle of it called Quetzalcoatl, with his tongue hanging out. He's a primordial god, Bas, the all god in Egypt, tongue hanging out. The one we like to hate on, who I love so much, Medusa, with her tongue hanging out. Some of y'all was hating on this dude earlier. Michael Jordan, with his tongue hanging out, flying through the sky, doing a basketball dunk. Bam! He reached into that. Did I say that? God. We don't need no one. Is the power?
The break.
Real shit? Let the God break that down. Come on, son. Tell him what's good.
If the word got light in it, it's going to have power in it. You know, it's depending on how strong the word is. How much light is in the word.
Did I blow it out? I didn't blow y'all shit out.
It's all good.
No. So y'all gonna make me give my DVD money to y'all stuff, man. It's all good. Can y'all hear me though?
Yeah.
Cool. I talk kind of loud anyway. I was getting kind of hyped. The brother David in Memphis gave me the out. When he saw my Atlantis Rising DVD, I was talking about the primordial energy and the tongue hanging out. He sent me an email and said, "Hey man, remember Michael Jordan had his tongue hanging out?" I said, "Man, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. There'll never be another one. Kobe Bryant can't touch him on his blood. Y'all can bring all the little young. Oh, it's working again." You know what I mean? Kobe Bryant, y'all can get. I'm gonna talk about basketball. Can we? Y'all like basketball? Shit, we can talk about some basketball. Yeah. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. Kobe said to Michael Jordan one time, or he said about Michael Jordan one time, I don't want to get it wrong, that he was as good as Mike, probably even better. You remember that? That basketball fans, y'all remember that stuff? Michael Jordan came back out of retirement, showed that nigga some shit, didn't he? Kobe don't stick his tongue out when he slam dunk, dog. That's primordial shit. Now that may sound funny to y'all, but that's real. A lot of these gestures that we do today is based off of that. It's the reason why the ancients did that. That's why you see it everywhere you go. Nobody never told me what that meant. I never read what the fuck it meant. I was sitting down one day, I was looking at the pictures, and Spirit say, that's primordial energy. Animal. Zoomorphic types, All 12 of them, the Mayan calendar, center, become the one or the zero. We call it the Zeptepi, the 0 point, to come one with the all, to shift to another dimension. Untouchable. That sounds like UTFO. Remember that? Untouchable Force Organization. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember that? Damn, man.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga gonna make me drop this microphone.
Roxanne.
That's right. Untouchable. I just wanted to say it because it sounded so good on the microphone. As y'all can see, I used to be an MC, get on the mic, rap. I ain't been doing that. Y'all gonna make me come out of retirement and stuff. But the tongue is very significant in a lot of ways. Montauk Chia, one of the Taoists, teach about the chi energy and things of that nature. He teach you how to build chi by doing these tongue exercises. You know about that? She know about everything that I'm talking about. This girl right here, boy, she's on the ball. But anyway, Montauk Chia talks about, in shows, I got the book right here and I'll pass it around. I ain't got no thing, for it, but I'll let y'all pass it around. Y'all better give it back though. I had it for a long time. Right here. Called Taoist Secrets of Love. Now this is the male version. He has a female version. Cultivating Male Sexual Energy by Montauk Chia, Michael Wynn. I'm gonna find the page. Be patient with me. I wasn't planning on showing this. But we had this conversation earlier, right? What did I say? Rhonda said, you gonna take all those books with you? I said, I always bring more than what I need. I wasn't even planning on using anything out of this book. We talked about this earlier in the hotel. Didn't know it. But every time I bring a book that I didn't plan on using, I have to use it. Let's find a page. And I hope this is the right book. There it is. I found it. Pass it around and give it back. I had it a long time. I can't part with it right now. Just messing with you. The tongue is very important. You ever see the fat Buddha? The Buddha got a big belly. You say, Buddha? I thought they talk about karma and right way of living, maybe diet, but he got a big stomach and whoop-de-whoop, right? Well, it's just metaphysical shit again. The reason why Buddha has a big stomach is because Buddha knows how to raise his energy up and circulate his chi by swallowing everything that he raised up from his root to his crown chakra. So what the stomach represents is the happiness of Buddha, the jolly old fellow. Y'all call him Santa Claus. With a big stomach. It's all science and metaphysics. The thing brothers need to start doing is doing these breathing exercises. And doing these breathing exercises and Kundalini exercises that we're going to do today, because I didn't forget to share that with y'all either, is that have sex tonight with your wife. Don't bust no nut. Build it up real strong. Hold it real good. Go to sleep and stick your tongue in the top of your roof of your mouth while you're sleeping. You want to raise your chi, you want to raise your God force, this is what you do. I'm not talking about pump her for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm talking about if you feel like you got to go there, pull out, chill out 5, 10 minutes, go back in. We know the black woman is heaven and heaven is between her legs. So sometimes we can't handle it. Ain't no sense in me sitting up here lying. The other thing is this. When you start doing these things, and you start building up this energy like this, you're going to start being desensitized from your penis. Let me show you. I had another one. Yeah, here it is. Whoop-de-whoop. Here's a man who's fully erect. You see him? He's giving a knife to these Shebites. You want to change the tape? We're going to change the tape one more again. Two more again. We can be here all night. I got a lot to say. We got a lot of questions and answers, and the audience already know. We still ain't did 2 of the exercises. We got a lot of time. Hope y'all ain't got nothing to do tonight. We having fun. We learning some. Get some stuff we can go home with. We can practice. We can build on. I'm gonna let them try and change the tape so we won't. Everybody enjoying themselves? Yeah. Everybody comfortable? Yeah. I know it's hard sometimes. Slavery and religion has stopped us from being in tune and feeling comfortable with our sexuality. I was listening. We on back on yet?
Yeah.
We back on?
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, get away.
That's right.
Yeah, slavery and religion has made us uncomfortable in our sexuality. So, not stepping on no toes, but we tell our goddesses to rock 3/4. Why? Let's answer the question to the God, my nickel.
The planet Earth is approximately covered underwater, approximately 3/4 of the surface.
So that means we gotta make her put on a dress and a head wrap, right? Come here. Come on. Peace to the God. Goddess.
Peace, I'm Tia on the earth.
Go ahead, explain.
Well, see, thing is, right, 3/4 of the earth is covered in water, so we cover 3/4 of ourselves, because we're the physical representation of the earth, because we give life just like the earth gives life. The black man is the sun, he sheds light on that to give us light and light in it.
Well, we was born naked.
Yes, we were.
It's taboo for women to be naked in America. That's all. That's the only reason. Honorable Elijah Muhammad told me himself that I came to heal the black man and woman. So guess what? Put on a dress down to your ankles and wrap your head up and get this knowledge. But we are in a new day. Out with the old, in with the new. Go to Africa and Senegal, and those of them that are not Muslims or practicing religious traditions for real that the white man brought, or the Arabs invaded and brought to them, they're damn near naked. They got their titties out, they got their ass out. Go there, you see a little boy ding-ding hanging out. Go to certain primitive parts of Africa, you'll see him with a stick on his dick, representing Shiva. We're going to have vitality forever. That's why we do it now. But we function on such a low level that every woman that's naked, you're going to get hard and try to get with. Because you ain't civilized yet, right? So for instance, what if you become civilized? What if you understand your sexual energy? What if you understand your sexual nature? Then should we still rock 3/4? Fuck them. Fuck the 85ers. I told you that time was speeding up, didn't I? Fuck them niggas. We got enough gods in the cipher that need to be fucking civilized first. We got a lot of work to do with the gods. Fuck the 85ers. The niggas ain't awake. And we tried to told them. That's what Young Jeezy said. Y'all keep saying, y'all know, I listen to Young Jeezy, by the way. I'm a conscious dude who listens to everything. I listen to Eric Ben Rakim, take that CD out, throw Young Jeezy in there, take that CD out, throw Nas in there, take that CD out, throw Big Daddy Kane in there. Take that CD out, throw LL 89 in there, not LL Boys to Men LL. I can't listen to that shit, I'm sorry. Not no Justin Timberlake either. Now I'm getting off the subject. I did want to share this though. Look at the 85. Look where the music has gone. All right. How old are you, God? Well, what's your physical degree? He's 30 years old for those that don't understand what understanding cipher is. Am I giving the jewels out? It don't matter. The 85 ain't gonna pick it up anyway. It's peace to the God. Peace to the God. He's understanding cipher. He's 30 years old. All right. So you remember back in the days with Big Daddy Kane, Granddaddy IU, the Lord Finesse, Just Ice. Talking about them lessons. You dig? But look at hip hop now. From a Big Daddy Kane to a Lil Wayne, Lil Boosie, Lil Webby, Young Jock, Young Dro, Young Jeezy. From big to little, we used to think like big shit, we can be anything. Hip hop was in its primal stage, golden age, I guess. Primal stage is Kool Herc and them. I know my history too, Nick. Black Dot, I'm gonna do a hip hop tape too, my nigga. Nah, I'm gonna stick to what I'm doing, but I love hip hop, that's what I'm talking about. Talking about the mind state of black people in 85. Look, the state of these people. Big Daddy Kane was a god. Big Daddy King Asiatic, nobody's equal. That's a straight god. Nas, he don't know if he God or he God's son. You know what I mean? But I respect Nas. Because he's a lyricist, he's got the best album that came out this year. On a commercial level. Because Prime said commercial rappers is wasting time. But on a commercial level, Nas had the album that was more holistic. It had songs with messages in it. It had songs about growing up, songs about hip hop, and just pure MC spitting. And I went to his concert and it was off the chain. Just wanted to share that with y'all. When Nas coming to Canada, go see that nigga. He can really do a show for real. Did y'all go to the show?
Yeah.
The nigga's nice, ain't he? For real. Nas, though, he has a god named Nas. He's an Arabic name out of the Quran. Nasir. His father named him that. His father was conscious too. You know? But the state of the 85er with Lil Wayne's Lil Boosie, hey baby. Y'all heard that shit. stupid ass song. But it come on the radio and I ain't gonna sit up and try to front for y'all niggas. I'll be bobbing my motherfucking head to that shit. But I'm like Elijah. Elijah told his followers, don't look at TV. When you go over his house, he's watching TV. He's enjoying it, but he's studying. You want to make your neighborhood a better place in the little time that we got here, you better listen to Young Jeezy so you can reach them damn youth to stop them from robbing your mama. You want to know what's up? You want to build with them? You got to speak them niggas' language. Ask about me. I do that shit for real. For real. I have enjoyment out of telling a little young 8, 9-year-old boy that he God. Just in case 2012 don't make it and we live another 10, 20 years in this bitch. Because we ain't taking shit face value. You study this shit. The average person wouldn't know I listen to a Young Jeezy if you heard the shit that I talk about. You can't tell that. If I never told you that, you wouldn't know it. If I ever told you, wouldn't know I listen to Lil Wayne. But there's a science in everything. Hip hop is dead and been dead. 85 has been dead and ain't gonna wake up. Teach them youth, your kids, your seeds you got, build with them. Build with them little kids in your hood, but fuck them old niggas. You're wasting your time. Back to what we was talking about. I got on the hip hop shit. Every time I get on it, I get off course, but I had a message to convey. We're raising this energy. Everybody still here with me? Yeah. We're raising this energy. Right? He hands the Shevites the sword to cut his divine phallus off. We see that? We got that on. Why does he do that? Because when you start doing these practices, I hope you start tonight doing these practices, that you start practicing and doing those exercises that I'm going to share with you, that you're going to be insensitive to that where you ain't going to be busting nuts. He becomes Shiva himself. And there's some quote-unquote got his phallus cut off. Shiva, you see one aspect of Shiva, the creative aspect, you just see his dick. Osiris gets his phallus cut off. Now I'm about to say something that's gonna fuck y'all all up. First of all, sexual energy is feminine anyway. So your external self, you become equal to the woman sexually. That's what it means. She can go all night. Now, who gonna sit up here and lie to me? We get down. We might have lasted 20 minutes. You get ready. Do the big bang. And she tell you, no. No, wait. Don't, not right now. Huh? Whose woman ain't never told him that? Mine have. And I think I'm pretty damn good. I've been practicing this shit for a long time. I'm a master at some of this shit. For real. But every now and then. No, wait. No, not right now. Wait. Just a few more minutes, please. Then you get a good day. You ate you some flax seeds or some shit, right? You go home. I'm gonna wear his ass out today. You just don't know how I'm feeling today, boy. Have me some barbecue tofu and some green beans and shit. I'm about to beat this shit up. You go in that motherfucker like an hour this time. And you still working that shit. In an hour, you say, okay, look at the clock. The radio was on, 7 songs played. I'm good. I can go in and do what I do, right? No. Wait, just a few more minutes. It's real shit. The equivalence of woman. I wasn't planning on saying this, but you gotta become the great divine feminine again in order to get to that level. Let me ask you a question, God. What came first, light or dark? Did light come out of dark? I just showed y'all the principles of male and female. Was dark feminine? It was light masculine. You came out of her. That's why you see her holding your ass. You don't see the black man holding no babies. In our ancient myths, you don't see him with the fucking baby. Now, I'm finna say something else. Why you think the fathers ain't in the fucking house? We ain't about nurturing. That's her level. That's her energy. We'll take you to play some basketball. We'll make you competitive. We'll buy you some Jordans. We'll do that shit. And every now and then you run into one of them feminine men carrying their babies around all day, all year round, and being a nurturer. Ain't nothing wrong with being a little nurturing to your children as men, because if you ever seen the yin and the yang symbol, in the yang aspect you have a little black dot of the little feminine energy you got to survive if you just happen to have your children or whatever you're doing in life. You a bachelor and you have to put a little spin on your career to make it look hot. But in reality, man, this thing is serious, man. Check this out. You plan on rising above this thing. I'm telling you sisters this shit right now. Don't y'all walk out of here and start treating the black man bad and shit because I told y'all that y'all give birth and that y'all better than we need each other in order to go back. So stop with that bullshit. Black man, stop thinking that you better than a black woman. No, you just different, nigga. She's feminine, you masculine. You expecting her to act like you. Why she ain't thinking? I try to tell her to think. I do it too sometimes. I check my motherfucking self. Why she ain't thinking? Why he ain't feeling? Black woman, stop trying to make the man feel like you. Stop it. Understand him. And that's an aspect of you. That's why you got the light dot in you to go deep inside yourself to see that aspect of male in you to understand him. Same thing for the black man. Just some simple shit. So, let's deal with this thing here. These are some Kundalini exercises that I want y'all to do. It's probably gonna take us about a couple minutes. On film, live and in color. Everybody sit up straight in their seat, back up, shoulders relaxed. Let's get to doing some exercises that you can go home and use. Relax your mind, let your conscience be free. Get down to the sounds of your PMD. Y'all remember that shit? That was the shit, wasn't it? See, y'all got me thinking about this. Every time I'm around the gods, it's like hip hop come out, like, word like God, you know. When I see the gods, it's like, because that's where the shit started from, you know what I'm saying? So I got the gods in front right here, I got the earth right here, they in front right here, and I'm like, shit. Think about Eric Ben Rakim, EPMD. But anyway, let's talk about Kundalini. This is a breathing exercise for you that you can do. Sit up straight, back up straight, relax shoulders. Some of us know how to do some of these things. If you don't, get you a couple of books on that Kundalini breathing exercise. It's a real good book. Just some science called the science of breath, prana. Chi energy with breath, prana. Everybody see the tongue thing and the exercises in the book? Cool. You can get this book and start practicing some of this shit. Alright. So basically when you're at home, you basically gonna just set aside about 20 minutes to an hour. You know, if you're a beginner in doing this, we're gonna use one of the primordial sounds of hum. H-A-H-M, hum. That's one of the primordial sounds. You want to sit up straight, relax yourself. When I say hum, you take a deep breath and imagine the word hum going into your consciousness. Hum. Pan the camera, brother. Oh, okay, you working something. Okay. Stop. The other part is sa. That's what you exhale off of sa. So when I say hum, y'all breathe in, imagine the word hum. Take it down to your lowest part of your body, your lower abdomen. Breathe out, I say sa. Imagine the word sa going out. Out through your nostrils. Sa. Hum. Sa. Hum. Relax. Sa. Now, what I want you to do is imagine when you breathe in on hum, imagine a light coming into your nostrils, right? Going up your nostrils into your brain, all the way behind your medulla oblongata and down your back to your root chakra, the lowest point in your body. Imagine that light when you go in as hum. Feel the light, imagine it going through your nostrils down to your lower chakra at your lowest point in your body. When I say sa, you bring that light back up to your head and out of your nostrils. You bring, this is the beginning, these are some beginning steps to raising Kundalini. We're not going to talk about it, we're going to be about it. You did? All right? Y'all remember that? So hum. Sa. Hum. Sa. Hum. Sa. So you breathing out, you seeing that light going out of your, imagine that light going out of your nose. You can hear the sigh in your brain saying sa, going out of your nose. Now, you're gonna get a little hip hoppy with it. No, this is a true exercise, it's bullshit. But if I was talking to a bunch of hip hoppers, we can put a transformer on the side. And this is gonna help you hit every chakra in your body. You start doing this on a regular basis. When I say hum, you breathe in hum to your nostrils with the light, up your head, down your back, to your lower chakra. I say sa, you come up, you're gonna do 6 sahs, meaning that you're gonna breathe out, pause, breathe out, pause, breathe out, pause, breathe, sa, 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 sa. You're gonna go over all the chakras. You're gonna imagine these lights. Yes, sir.
You say hamsa.
Yes, sir.
In Arabic, they have a word called hamza.
Yes, sir.
Hamza means seek.
Well,
It means seek.
if that's the case, this might be true because all Aquatic Kundalini exercises deal with that primordial energy again. The seat is Aset, the Shakti power, Hamsa. But you do the Kundalini exercises involve male and female energy. That's why you got 2 serpents going up the back. That's why you breathe in and you breathe out. You already know it, male and female. It's internal, external. Let's do it. Y'all ready? Hum. Sa, ah, 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 ah. Sa, ah, 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 ah. Do anybody feel anything yet? Who don't feel anything? Everybody feel it. That's good. Now, when you do these exercises, and you start doing these things on a regular, I want y'all just to take time out in your busy day for just 20, 30 minutes a day. And this shit will become addictive. You ever seen them cats that's part of the Krishna society? You ever seen them cats that every time you see them, they got their beads and they going to meditation because the shit is addictive. And you get to a certain point where this shit becomes like sex because it's all sexual energy. That's what the Kundalini energy is. Now, let me explain something to you. For some of us that may need a little more healing or just not used to these things, I'm just going to warn you on some of these symptoms that you can come down with when doing Kundalini exercises like this. Now this may not be so bad. The energy rushes are immense electricity circulating the body. Here's one. Here's the other one. Itching, vibrating, prickling, tingling, stingling, or crawling sensations. Whoever had hives before? Allergic reaction in some cases. In other cases, symptoms of the Kundalini, symptoms of transformation, symptoms of toxins getting out of your body. That's what it can become. You can become intensely heated or intensely cold. Depends on which serpent is vibrating your body the most. The male aspect or the female? Which one is hot?
Male.
Which one is cold? Alright. Whichever serpent is working the most in your body, that means you got to get balanced. Heat will probably be the best thing because it really rids the toxins, that particular aspect of it. Involuntary movements, jerking, tremors, shaking. You see the people that get the Holy Ghost in church? Fuck up and bust their head. Let me show you something about that though. In black Christianity, that's what I call it. Y'all call it Pentecostal or Church of God in Christ. Or non-denomination. In black Christianity. The reason why most people are addicted to that particular aspect of it is this. When the Africans was taken from West Africa, because it was Africans taken from all parts of Africa, just want to let you know. But this part, when they was taken from West Africa, Benin, or, you know, some of the Yoruba people, even some of the Congos, when they was enslaved in America and they was enslaved in Central America, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Mexico, yeah, it was slaves there too. Dominican Republic, Trinidad. What happened was this: we was practicing this religion called voodoo. Now, when the white man would come around, we would have to hide our gods in the name of their Christianity Catholic saints in order to continue to practice our spirituality and our religion, our magic, our alchemical work, our sorcery, all that dark side and spooky shit y'all scared of.
Preach.
Well, somehow the shit made it in America. So even when we try to do it in America, and then we started opening up a church for real, and we got free. Some of them voodoo spirits still stuck around the church. Go to a Catholic church and see if they jumping up and down, busting their fucking head. But go to St. Louis, in my hood, and you'll see some head busters. Real talk. The thing is this. Reason why black people can't get away from Christianity, this is not the only reason, but this is just one of the reasons. I can't even live without it. Even if you listen to Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy.
Yeah, ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready! I say the one for the trouble. I say the one. Alright, y'all. Everybody paying attention? I think we went over some of these things. Electrical, magnetic. Some of these things I already said. Now this is where we're gonna have the women in the audience go, ooh. Check it out. Men gives love to get sex. Women give sex to get love. Do we have an issue with that? Can everybody raise their hand who disagree with me? Damn! Unless y'all just shy. I know y'all ain't shy. Everybody agree? Wow! You know what? It is different in Canada. Because I'm going to go back to St. Louis and I'm going to ask about 500 women in the audience, and next time y'all see me, I may have some bandages and walking on crutches. Damn, I'm going to move to Canada. Damn. All right. Cool. Great. So we understand the science of EFT. So let me first give you the points and the different spots to tap on. The first spot is the karate chop. Do that 3 times with your setup phrase or whatever problem you got. Repeat the problem. Don't use the whole phrase. Just repeat the problem. Y'all see that? First is karate chop, raw chakra, or whatever. This point, side of the eye, under the nose, under the chin. Knocking on my shoulder blade, or this little soft spot. You know about this? I'll look at you. Got somebody? Oh, I'm cool. I feel good, man. I got somebody with me. All right. Under the arm. Hold on. Come on. Come up here. No, come on now. No. It makes it more interesting. Come on. We get a female up here. Come on up here. Let's ask you a question. You are the Green Ascetic Naga Bada Hari Giri smokes cannabis several times a day, thus opening up his mind more fully to dive to divine guidance and inspiration from God Shiva. And when he said God Shiva, that means the pineal gland. Shiva is the pineal gland. So in order to open up his pineal gland, and this is a guru in India, and I'm sure with all of their traditional practices and their disciplines, I'm sure he just didn't smoke weed to get high. Maybe he did, but he smokes it several times a day to get in contact with the god Shiva. I've said it before on some of my tapes, that's a 700%. Go ahead, brother.
I was going to say, I heard Joe Pookum say that it almost, if it's pure THC, it almost automatically raises your energy to your heart chakra. And that's why you feel that happy, nothing can bother you type of vibe.
The heart chakra, right. True indeed. So, it gets the melanin and the melatonin in the body going, and probably like, I think don't give me the line, but anywhere from 300 to 700%. I can't remember the numbers now. But if you get the book Melatonin, your body's own wonder drug, it has a whole list of all the things that melatonin, all the foods, drugs, or whatever that you use, and the percentage of melatonin that helps secrete the melanin in your body. It has all those percentages in there. But it's a very high percent. Matter of fact, it was the highest percent. It does produce more melatonin than anything in the book. The other thing is turkey. You want to go to sleep and you can't. If you're a meat eater, eat some turkey. Eat a slice of turkey and you'll sleep well. Tryptophan kicks in, melatonin. So, hallucinogenics. We was talking about hallucinogenics. Now, this is called a DMT flashback. DMT is a chemical or they call a spirit molecule that's in the melanin. And I got some information about this guy who had took this DMT, because now they sell this particular DMT. Now you can get it in mushrooms, but this is supposed to be the purest form you can get off the internet. But what he said, and this got something to do with the cycle of time we're living in too, to show you how spiritual this thing is. This guy here, right? He took this, let me give you the scientific word for DMT. DouMu. When I was getting ready, I was about probably 60, 70 feet from the bridge, and I saw these little things coming up off the top of it. And I was like, damn, is that really real? Then I got close to the bridge. It wasn't there. I said, damn. Now, I didn't smoke no weed on the way up here, because I know better. You can't cross into this area smoking weed. You can't have no weed. All y'all niggas that want to come to Canada, don't bring no weed with you. They will search your car and find some shit, and we have Shit Creek that you be known as a terrorist because you bring in drugs into the country. Because you had a joint in the ashtray. So I'm saying I didn't smoke no weed on the way up here. I smoked on the day before though. It was good. So I don't know if that had any effect. But maybe it did. But one of the things I want to show you is that you can actually go into a hallucinogenic stage smoking marijuana. So, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man, we got some amens in this movie. That's what's up. Right on, brother. Let me show you some stuff here.
Right now.
I can find it. You actually can't actually go into this particular spiritual thing. Let me find that picture. Yes,
especially if you use it like tobacco, a little bit of natural
tobacco. A little natural tobacco will help a lot.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, a lot of things that we got hang-ups on, like alcohol, tobacco. Matter of fact, alcohol. I got a bottle of. Damn, I'm glad I remember that. Where is my drink? Rhonda took it. Anyway, I find it. I got some fire water, and I did want to do some libations, but I kind of got started. You know, we do it. You know, we're gonna do it. But anyway, hallucinogenics. It happened. One time, now some things you can use for spiritual purpose or you just want to enjoy yourself. Now I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and say that every time I smoke weed is because I'm trying to do something spiritual. Sometimes I just want to get high. It feels real good. Can you all see that? Can y'all see that? He got a good shot on that KTS.
Got it.
Cannabis Sativa. Y'all remember that old Dr. Dre album? That dude that came on the album. Cannabis Sativa. As do many of his fellow practitioners, the wonder tryptophan is in your melanin if you know how to tap in. That's why I start off the lecture talking about the chakras. Because I want all of us to tap into our dimethyltryptophan. Some white boy made up this word. We don't know what we want to call it yet, so when we come up with a word, brothers, sisters, y'all let me know and I'll start using that. But it's called, the short phrase for it is called DMT. And what he said is, I've only just stumbled across these 2012 theories, and I noticed you mentioned the hallucinogenic brand Ayahuasca with the active ingredient dimethyltryptophan. Now this is the parts that scared me because I have taken 5 Mio DMT. I mean, he took this dosage of DMT several times, and this other DMT they sell countless times. But I've been having reoccurring hallucinations, which take me back to being an unborn fetus. I mean, this thing can take you back into time. If you keep fucking with it, you'll end up in a nothingness. Again, what seems to be the Big Bang. Oh, he did say that. He did say that. Okay, he went back into the explosion and the creation of the cosmic sperm and the cosmic ovaries. Y'all listening? This is big shit because I'm about to go somewhere with this. The wave of energy given off the explosion of matter shoots me in the opposite direction in time to a point on the year 2012. You remember the song by the Tom Tom Club? Y'all remember that shit? That shit hot, ain't it? Still hot today. I bet you can't play Young Jeezy next year. And be like, that shit is hot. But what he's just saying is this. What he's experienced has always been a plan from day zero. This man just said, in his experience of dealing with DMT, which goes into the deeper spiritual sciences of melanin, that he saw the beginning and the end. From the Big Bang, in the beginning, the cosmic nut bust, that's what it is. All the way to the end of what we consider a time cycle or yuga. That's contested on Hitchmanati. All right. Have you ever did it?
Yeah.
How'd you feel?
It's very helpful. It has helped me to release myself from a lot of emotional issues.
Say that one more time.
It has assisted me in releasing myself from a lot of emotional
Will
issues.
this make your relationship better?
If I had one, yes.
I'm gonna take you home. I'll just joking, just joking. You can sit down. I gotta make it funny, shit. I feel good. I've been driving all night. You know, it's crazy, because we about to talk about getting to some more deeper things. But it's crazy, man, because I try to study the science of hallucinogenics. I'm not saying that I did acid. No. I did do some mushrooms. A few times. Very spiritual. I've been in Native American retreats with the peyote, the mushrooms, and the weed. And it is a very, very, very spiritual experience if you want to have one. So, I have studied hallucinogenics. One of the things I understand about hallucinogenics is this. They work better in the dark. So I was driving down the highway last night, trying to get to y'all niggas, because I love y'all so much, right? Getting sleepy. Rhonda on the other side in the passenger seat, sleep. I'm driving in Toronto or Ontario somewhere. What took me 15 minutes felt like an hour. So I'm like, he said it's gonna take me like 3 hours to get into Toronto. Oh my goodness. So I'm driving. About 45 minutes go by. An ambulance drove past me on the highway. And you see the red lights. So as he curved around the corner, he was speeding, going very fast. I saw something. What I saw was Those little red lights that was flashing looked like a man that was actually walking across the highway with red lights flashing on him. Like this. Then I said, I gotta pull over. That's the signs of hallucinogenics. When you get sleepy and you start seeing things, that's the signs of hallucinogenics. When you get sleepy, what happens? And your melatonin kicks in. No matter if it's even daytime. But the nighty works of darkness of melatonin kicks in. What makes it happen is this. I also saw a bridge.